Before we solve this question, please take a moment to solve it yourself and then follow along. Before we get started and read the question, let me tell you the mistake people make. About 20 to 30% of the people make the mistake of assuming this as a 90-degree angle and getting X as 45, marking A as the answer choice and moving forward. What they miss is this note which says that figure is not to scale. When you get a question like this, it is always advisable to redraw the triangle in a way that looks similar to the information given in the question rather than the given diagram, because given diagram can often confuse you and get you to make wrong assumptions. And this is exactly what I'm going to do here as well. I have been given a triangle PQR where PQ is given to be equal to PR. As you can see, in this diagram, PQ and PR are not really equal. A line QC is drawn such that PC, QC and QR are equal. And we are asked what is the value of X. So let me redraw the triangle and then move forward from there. Okay. As you saw in fast forward how I came up with this triangle, and now I marked the sides that are equal with dashes. This is one thing I recommend, that you mark the equal sides with dashes so that it is very clear which sides are equal. And now let's jump into the solution. So we are given this side is equal to this side, so this is an isosceles triangle, and by the property of isosceles triangle, these two angles would be equal. Then we also know that the sum of the angles in a triangle is 180 degrees, so we know this angle would be 180 minus 2x, which gives us this angle is 2x. You could have also figured out this angle is 2x because it is an external angle, and the external angle equals the sum of opposite two angles. And let me quickly write those properties down. Okay, now let's come to the triangle QCR. We are given that QC is equivalent to QR. So again, the opposite sides and opposite angles would be equal. So this angle will be 2x and this angle would be nothing but 180 minus 4x. And this is the second place where a lot of people actually get stuck, and here is the reason why. If you take triangle PQR, then the sum of the angles in triangle PQR should be 180 degrees. So let's write that down. So I have written down P plus Q plus R equal 180 degree. And what will end up happening is you will get 180 equal to 180, which is always true, and no value of X because everything cancels here. And this is where a lot of people also get stuck. What you are still missing is another key information, which is marked by line PQ equals PR. So if you see these two dashes, PQ equals PR, that means the opposite angles should be equal, which means this angle Q and this angle R must be equal. And we are missing that equation. So quickly, let's write that down. It's simply X plus 180 minus 4X, which is angle PQR, and angle PRQ, which is nothing but 2x, they should be equal. Here you will get the value of X as 36 after you resolve this equation. So the answer to this question is C. Very, very straightforward if you follow step by step and do not get stuck in a bad assumption when you assume everything is given to be in the scale, or in this part of the equation where 180 comes out to be 180 and you don't get any value of X. As a result, you mark E as the answer, that X cannot be determined. Hope you found this helpful. If you have any lingering questions or any alternate methods to solve it, I would love to hear them. I personally answer to all the questions. Please leave a comment. Thank you and have a great day.